is by Maison, Mariela, Replica line, and this is called Sailing Day. Bottle is super fun, and yeah, so this is very clean, fresh, sparkling, ozonic. It's just got that kind of like airy, clean, like fresh washed linens out in the open ocean sort of vibe. And yeah, that's exactly what this is supposed to smell like. It's supposed to smell like you're out sailing. So yeah, this does have a marine accord for sure, but it doesn't smell like too salty. So yeah, it has C notes, it has aldehydes, which just give that kind of sparkly vibe. Altogether, I mostly get like C notes, aldehydes, ambergris, and then there's quite a few other notes that all together make it just smell fresh and clean. A little bit sharp, a little bit squeaky clean, but if that is what you're into, you might really like this one. So that is Sailing Day by Maison, Mariela, Replica. Alrighty, next fragrance. The word that I chose is cheerful. Cheerful. And the fragrance that I have for that one is Dolce & Gabbana's Dolce Shine. So this is a flanker from the Dolce line. It's the yellow bottle, as you can see. It's got a beautiful flower top. And it's called Shine, and it honestly does just kind of remind you of like a ray of sunshine, happy, bright. It's floral, it's a bit fruity in a little bit of a tropical way, but I don't think there's any coconut in here. So it's really just like a summer fruity floral, just really fun type of scent. I see that we have notes of mango and quince and grapefruit, so like fruity fresh. Got some white florals in here, and then there's also solar notes and ozonic notes, which just make the fragrance smell fresh and bright and warm and happy. Yeah, so I wore this one yesterday. It just smells fun, fruity. It's a little bit musky. Yeah, just feminine, and yeah, just kind of a happy summer scent. So for cheerful, we have Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Shine. Okay, next word that I chose is bold, bold, bold. So the fragrance that I've selected for bold is, this is by Armani Prive, Armani's private line, and this is called Bleu, Turquoise, and as you can see, it's a scent, it's a decant from scentsplit.com, and I have hardly used much of it at all, partially because it is so bold. It is so bold. One spray is more than enough. One spray on your skin even. Usually I spray on clothing because it lasts longer, but this even lasts a long time on your skin. So it's very bold, and it smells really intoxicating. So this is a vanilla with like salty, woody, and aromatic type nuances, like a little smoky as well. So it's like a really sexy, deep kind of unisex vanilla. So yeah, we've got vanilla, which just comes through in the most intoxicating way. Then we have notes of salt, incense, black pepper, moss, sandalwood. Those are kind of the main ones I get. Mostly like the vanilla, the salt, and the incense. A little bit of black pepper. So it's definitely bold. It's a statement type of fragrance. And like I said, you only need like one spray or something. The reason that I have a decant is that it's a very expensive fragrance. It's from Armani's private line. But honestly, it's so bold that like I'm never going to go through this amount even. I don't think. So this is definitely a winter fragrance. I would say it's like very strong and just stays with you all day. Not good for the heat. I would say not good for the heat. Okay, so that is for our word bold, and that's Armani. is Blue Turquoise. Okay, the next word that I have chosen is elegant. Elegant, elegant. And the fragrance that I've selected is Cartier's La Panthere Legere. So this fragrance, the bottle even looks very elegant to me. Yeah, it's this beautiful Panther bottle, and this fragrance just does smell elegant to me. It has quite a bit of musk in the base. It's got dried fruits, so it's got like a bit of a, yeah, it's fruity, but not in your typical fruity way. The dried aspect of the fruits definitely makes it smell a little bit more something refined. I don't know, not fruity fresh, like fruity mature. And then this is all, the smell is all lifted up by a beautiful note of gardenia, which just kind of gives like a really nice light white floral smell. There's also aldehydes, which lifts it too, so it's a nice mix of like a grounded feeling because of the okumas and the dried fruit, and then it's nicely lifted and a little bit sparkly because of the aldehydes and the gardenia. There's other notes in here as well, but those are kind of the four main ones that I would say I get. And yeah, it's just very elegant to me. I would say it's like sophisticated for sure. It just smells, I don't know, it smells luxurious, but in like a subtle way. So yeah, I would say elegant. Alright, so Cartier La Panthere Legere. Okay, the next word that I have chosen is calm. Calm. I'm realizing a lot of these words are kind of synonyms from my last video, but it's like hard to come up with that many different descriptors for fragrances. So, calm is my next word, and the fragrance I chose for that one is Malone's Wood, Sage, and Sea Salt. So this is a classic fragrance that many people know of and love, and it is just very calming for me. It's peaceful, it's kind of zen, calming. Yeah, so it's got sea salt, it's got sage, which to me sage just kind of smells like aromatic and calming. It's got musk, mallow, and seaweed, which honestly I don't really get seaweed. There's also a grapefruit note, so what I mainly get is the sea salt, sage, and the grapefruit. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it's like the salt really rounds everything out in a nice way, makes it like warm, inviting, and just like a nice little comforting cloud. Like imagine you're walking down the seashore and there's just some like really nice, like slightly warm, comforting breeze that's following you. That's kind of what it feels like. So that is Wood, Sage, and Sea Salt by Malone. Okay, the next word that I chose is humble. Humble, which, well, that's a little bit of a stretch, but for a fragrance descriptor. But I chose Bvlgari's Omnia Crystalline, and if you've worn this, you will know why. It's just it's subtle, it's pretty, it's understated. It's a musk, so it's a skin scent, but just slightly more than that. Yeah, so it's like very musky. It definitely has an aquatic feel to it. I think it has like, lotus. So it has a note of lotus. It's got a bunch of musk. And then it's got like some kind of like woody greenness. It's got bamboo as well as tea. There's also kayak wood and oak moss. So it's just like a very slightly woody, but like So that's why I say humble. I feel like it's very pretty, very nice, very likable, but very, very humble. So that is Bvlgari's Omnia Crystalline. Alright, the next word that I selected is whimsical. Whimsical, and the fragrance that I chose, this is actually the body butter, but it's called Falling in Love, and it's by the brand Philosophy. So yeah, this is the body butter. I actually wore it for the first time just 2 days ago, and it's like, gosh, it's a very thick, very moisturizing body butter, and it did actually stay and leave a scent on my arms and legs for quite a while. Probably might have better longevity than the actual perfume, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, this scent, as the name suggests, falling in love, it's kind of just like, it has that whimsical vibe. It's fruity, it has blackberry, so it definitely like makes me think of right now, because it's late summer here, and so there's blackberries blooming, so it's like a bit sweet and fruity. It's got the blackberry, it's got vanilla, it's got quite a bit of musk, so it's just kind of like fluffy, fun, yeah, whimsical. It's also got a couple white florals in it. So yeah, that is my scent for whimsical. It's Philosophy's Falling in Love. I don't know if you can see, but my cat is climbing right next to me. Okay, so next scent, or next word that I selected is warm. Warm. And this is actually another lotion that I have to show you. I did have the fragrance, the perfume, but right now I just have the lotion. And this is by the brand Calvin Klein, and it's called Reveal, and it's for her. There's also a for him version. So yeah, this probably, I think it's discontinued, but you can still find it online, and it is just very warm. Yeah, so it's honestly a little bit similar to Bleu Turquoise, but this is way stronger, way more vanilla. This doesn't actually have vanilla, but it has like a bit of a vanillic accord to my nose. So it's definitely like an airy, salty, ambery kind of smell. So if you're not into salt, you might want to steer clear of this. But yeah, it's got salt coming through. It's got ambergris, which is like a airy, ambery, salty kind of smell. A little bit oceanic. There's a bunch of musk in the base, as well as other this has a bunch of musk in it. Let's see if it also has. Yeah, I thought maybe it had powdery notes. It doesn't. It just has musk. But honestly, it's super powdery, so I feel like it should have powdery notes. So yeah, it's got musk, tonka bean, which gives it a bit of a vanillic accord, sweet accord. And then the rest is florals. Iris, which is a powdery floral, hawthorn, jasmine, and rose. Honestly, the notes don't really add up to the smell. If I had to give this notes, I would say powdery notes, musk, tonka bean or vanilla, iris, rose, violet. Like, that's what I would say. But, yeah. It's very luxurious, feminine. Yeah, to me it just smells like expensive baby powder. So that is Misenzir's Musk Eternel. Alrighty, the word that I have next is invigorating. Invigorating, and the fragrance that I have selected is by Versace. Versace, and this is called Versence. Versence, and this is marketed for women, but it smells very unisex to me. I don't think there's a men's version of this either. I think this is just for women. But anyway, this is a very invigorating fragrance, I would say. Like, it's got a lot of citrus, so it's definitely a freshy, lot of citrus, but it's grounded by a little bit of like a woodiness, and a little bit of musk, just a little bit of musk. There's also florals in here, but really I mostly just get like fresh citruses and a little bit of woodiness and a little bit of greenness. So yeah, we've got like 3 different citruses in the top notes. There's also a pear note, but I really hardly get that at all. There's some white florals in here, but they're very subtle. And then in the base we have sandalwood, olive tree, and Virginia cedar, so it's definitely like a nice subtle woodiness, as well as musk in the base. So yeah, this is a great summer freshie in a very natural way. Like it's fresh in definitely a more natural way. If you don't want to smell like super perfumey, but you're not going to be wearing like just straight up essential oils, I think this is a nice one. And again, it's a bit unisex, I would say. So that is the scent I selected for Invigorating, Versace's Versence. Alrighty. Next word that I chose is Seductive. And I chose none other than Guess Seductive Noire. Guess Seductive Noire. This is a very affordable fragrance. I bought mine at Ross. $12, I think. $11, really. these ones are both a little interesting. Okay, so the word that I chose for this next one is balancing. Balancing. I don't know, I was trying to come up with interesting words. So balancing, and I chose, this one surprised me a little bit, to be honest, but I chose Jaques Fath's Curacao Bay. So this fragrance smells a little bit what it looks like. So it's got this like kind of oceanic blue bottle, and it does have kind of an oceanic vibe, but in a very like chill, subtle, nice, calm way. So it has sea notes, like a seawater kind of vibe, but just subtly, not like super salty or super oceanic. Then it also has ambergris, which again gives that a little bit of like a sea oceanic vibe. There's quite a bit of musk in the base, at least to my nose, because it's all coming through very smoothly. Then we have frangipani, which definitely gives it a bit of a tropical lean. So you have the sea notes, which smells oceanic. You have the frangipani, gives it a little bit of a tropical lean. And then in the top notes, there's citruses. And then there's also petitgrain and green notes, which give it a little bit of a fresh greenness. There's also a black currant note, which I don't honestly get. I mostly get the sea notes, frangipani, ambergris, musk. So yeah, I'm saying that to me this smells balancing because it's got some different facets to it. Although altogether it smells like very like, you know, what am I trying to say? Like, smells like the environment in the sense of like you're out like on a tropical island, like Curacao, for example. I'm sure that's the whole idea. And yeah, it just smells balancing, like it smells natural. You got those different facets. It's kind of grounding, but it's also kind of uplifting. So I really like it. I honestly thought I was gonna be reselling this fragrance, but I wore it like a month or two ago, and I really, really fell in love with it again. So I'm not gonna be selling this anytime soon. Hi, Miss Precious Luna. This is my cat Luna, my older cat. Hi, precious girl. Yes. Okay, so I just have one more fragrance to show you. This was the 13th one that I added. there's also Ambrox Super, so again, like a very musky, ambery, cloudy, woody smell, and then there's Virginia Cedar. So yeah, I mostly get like the kind of aquatic rain notes, a touch of lavender, and the very musky, almost like buttery, warm, woody notes all together coming through in a very interesting way. And yeah, to me, otherworldly, like up in fantasy kind of smell. Very interesting. So that is Issey Miyagi's Dropped Issey Fresh. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Thank you for grooming me. Okay. Alright, everybody. So that concludes my video of different moods or adjectives for fragrances, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you all again soon. Okay, bye. Lulu.